Hey, CrossFitters, Coach Bob here, CrossFit Glen Burnie and Maryland Strong Fitness and Nutrition. Just minding my own business, scrolling the old internet, and I came across an article. It is the top 10 superfoods of 2022, according to more than 1,100 registered dietitians. So I had to take a look. We're going to take a look at what these 10 superfoods are for 2022. And see, are these things that we've been talking about for some time anyway, or are there some new foods out there that we should be eating? Let's take a quick look. Just a few minutes, right? Let's just take a quick look here. Boom. All right. So we've got the top 10 superfoods of 2022, according to more than 1,100 dietitians. They got 1,100 dietitians to agree on 10 foods for 2022. Okay, we got to actually click the link, I guess. Let's do it to get to the article. All right, so want to know what the healthy foods people are talking about this year? Well, you found it. We're just going to go through the list. We're going to skip that stuff. Number one is fermented foods. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here. All right, so number one we have on here is fermented foods. By the way, this is from Real Simple. Like I said, I was just scrolling the internet, minding my own business. Yeah, fermented foods, that's been around for a long time, hundreds of years. And it's a great way to kind of preserve some food. If you live on a farm, you can make some sauerkraut, things like that. So, you have active beneficial bacteria in the foods. It's supposed to be good for your microbiome. Okay, so that's a good one. Blueberries. A natural food, whole natural food, blueberries. Love the color of these guys. So those have always been around for, as far as like being on the top 10 list, blueberries often make it in there. They talk about it having antioxidants. So, hey, can't hurt, might help. Add some more blueberries to your food. Seeds. All right. So we got seeds like chia seeds, hemp seeds, nutritional. These are nutritional powerhouses. Well, seeds are, right? So not only are we providing some healthy fats, a little bit of fiber, it is a food that's going to have some good nutritional value, some good vitamins and minerals in it. So good. Yeah, definitely have some seeds. It's a natural food. Exotic fruit. This one, I'm not convinced on it. And I'll tell you why. You're going to spend more money to get the exotic fruit. It's okay to have, maybe on the side of variety, if you find some that are in season that aren't too expensive. Yeah, sure. Go buy it. But I wouldn't necessarily just get exotic fruits for the sake of, it's number 4 on the list kind of a thing. So if you find some that are in season that are a good price, go ahead and add it in. That's another whole food. Avocados. These are a little tricky as far as, making sure that they're appropriately ripe for you and not going bad and that kind of thing. Buy them in small batches. This is a great way to add color to your plate. And I always feel good if I have a meal, I could add some avocados on the plate. It just sort of rounds it out, makes it look pretty good. It's another healthy fat, okay? It says heart healthy fat. I agree with that. So avocados, olive oils, coconut oil, those kinds of things are the fruits that produce a nice oil. Okay, green tea. I've been drinking some green tea. I've got my greens in here, and I added some matcha green tea, ground green tea in there. So I think it's pretty good. Nuts. Yeah. This is starting to sound a lot like the CrossFit prescription for nutrition. Eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, and no sugar. So, it's right in the list. Nuts. It's kind of interesting. When I read this, it says nuts, nut butter, terrific way to add protein and fiber. What also adds fat. Okay. So it's another way to add some healthy fat into your diet. And I'll tell you, honestly, folks struggle with having a nice balance of the macronutrients, and fat and protein tend to be hard to get enough of relative to the carbohydrates, which are very easy to get to. So if you can get some healthy fats in your diet with some nuts, great. Ancient grains, a good way to avoid some of the more recent entries on the market, which have a lot of gluten in them. Ancient grains, I think, tend not to have gluten. If you are gluten intolerant, please check to make sure that the grains that you are eating are gluten-free. Okay. But of course, you're already on top of that. Leafy greens. Okay. Love it. Leafy greens are definitely a way to go to get some good fiber, to get some good nutrients. I love the spring greens. That's one of my favorites. There's like 21 different varieties of greens in that. And so I feel like I'm getting a good variety. And they have a lot of good color, good crunch and stuff like that. And the last one, of course, is kale. Hey, where was kale last year in 2021? Is it fallen to the bottom of the list? I don't know. Kale's, a kind of sometimes can be hard to eat and that kind of a thing. You kind of have to be careful with the stems and it might take a little extra prep, but you got some vitamins A, vitamin K, vitamin C. So lots of great vitamins, minerals, and nutritions. Do we agree with the list? Well, yeah, for the most part. I think, we're looking at, and maybe that's why it was easy to get 1,100 registered dietitians to approve of this list because, it's whole foods. So, hey guys, stay fit, stay healthy, stay nutritious. Take care. Peace.